Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to this new tutorial where we'll make the song called Resonance by Home. Don't forget that all the presets in this tutorial are in our Vaporwave Pack and you can get a 20% discount with the code TB20. Let's have a listen to the song. So that was the track, it's pretty famous, and that was our remake. Now let's dive into the first chords. Let's hear them. To make this preset, as usual, we use Serum. We have a saw wave in oscillator A and a basic shape in oscillator B. Our envelope 2 is modulating both the detune of oscillator A and the cutoff of the filter. Something really important about this sound is that the decay of the preset is automated by Ableton. At some points, the decay shortens and at others, it lengthens. See how it moves here according to the automation. This automation gives a more random effect to the sound, and that was our way to get closer to Home's sound. Let's move on to the effects. We have hyperdimension, delay, reverb. Our distortion isn't being processed. And the most important thing is the equalizer, which boosts certain frequencies and cuts others. We have a 16-note delay, which is essential for this preset. Now that we've heard the chords, let's move on to the next element, which is this arpeggio that plays throughout the entire track. So on oscillator A, we've got a say wave waveform, and on oscillator B, we've got a basic MG. Our envelope number 2 is modulating the cutoff, but the key here is having the filter resonance around 55%. And again, we're modulating the decay of envelope number 2. Let's check it out. You see how the sound changes. In the effects section, we have distortion, a quarter note delay, a reverb with a pretty big size, and an EQ cutting out high frequencies and a bit of low frequencies. Now let's listen with and without the effects. Now with the effects. Makes a huge difference, huh? Now let's move on to the bass, which is really not that complicated. The notes are the root notes of the chords, so let's have a listen. Let's see what we used. In oscillator A, we have a basic shape. In the sub-oscillator, we have a sine wave, 2 octaves down. And in oscillator B, we have a saw wave and 1 octave down. Our filter is cutting everything above 400 Hz. And this LFO is modulating the fine tuning of both oscillators. And these are the effects we use to recreate this bass. Now let's move on to the last synth, which is this lead that comes in at the end of the song. To recreate this preset, we used a square waveform in the sub-oscillator. On oscillator A, we have a basic waveform. And on oscillator B, we also have another square waveform. Envelope 1 modulates the cutoff and resonance of the filter. This is how it sounds without the envelope modulation. Here it's really important to check our effects tab. We have an 8-note delay. We have a reverb, also an EQ cutting out high frequencies, a bit of chorus, and a bit of hyperdimension. Let's listen without the effects. Now let's listen with the effects again. Let's move on to the last element, the drums, and they're quite simple. The main feature of these drums is that they're pretty opaque. Let's listen to our kick. Now let's move on to the snare. Let's disable the reverb. And here come the hi-hats. That's it, folks. Hope you liked the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.